Tides of the heart, the morning sun shimmered like liquid gold across the sleepy seaside village of Miraluna. The air was thick with the scent of salt and blooming lilies that grew along the weathered cobblestone paths. The waves rolled lazily against the wooden docks, humming a lullaby that only the sea could sing. Perched on a sun-warmed rock near the shore sat Luna White Mother Cat, a stunningly detailed anthropomorphic white cat girl with long blonde hair and very large, intense blue eyes. Her body features natural, aesthetically balanced proportions. She's wearing a bright yellow hoodie and ripped denim shorts. The art style is Pixar-inspired 3D animation with a slightly cartoonish aesthetic, rendered with a high level of detail. She gazed out over the glittering sea, her tail flicking lightly against the stone, the rhythm of her heart keeping time with the waves. In her arms, nestled in a soft blanket, was Daisy White Cat's son, a cute, detailed anthropomorphic small white cat with intense blue eyes, wearing a pamper. The art style is 3D Pixar-style animation with a slightly cartoonish aesthetic, rendered with a high level of detail. "Look at that little one," Luna White Mother Cat whispered softly, pointing at a distant fishing boat. "That's where the world begins to whisper stories. Maybe one day, you'll sail out there too." Daisy White Cat's son blinked his intense blue eyes and let out a tiny mew, a sound that made Luna White Mother Cat smile through the ache in her chest. She had always loved this village, but lately, even the wind carried reminders of someone she tried hard not to remember. Just across the water, hidden beyond the cliffs, lived Shadow Black Mother Cat, a stunningly detailed anthropomorphic gray cat girl with sleek black hair and very large, intense blue eyes. Her body features natural, aesthetically balanced proportions. She is wearing a fitted black top and matching fitted black shorts. The art style is Pixar-inspired 3D animation with a slightly cartoonish aesthetic, rendered with a high level of detail. Shadow Black Mother Cat was different in every way. Where Luna White Mother Cat was gentle sunlight, Shadow Black Mother Cat was quiet twilight. Her home was perched on the edge of the rocks, where the waves struck hardest, and beside her, crawling happily across the rug, was Inky Black Cat's son, a cute, detailed anthropomorphic small gray cat with intense blue eyes, wearing a pamper. The art style is 3D Pixar-style animation with a slightly cartoonish aesthetic, rendered with a high level of detail. Shadow Black Mother Cat hummed a tune as she hung small seashells from strings by the window, their chimes blending with the sound of the sea. But her gaze, every so often, drifted toward the opposite cliff, toward the house that once was hers too, long ago, before everything went wrong. Years back, Luna White Mother Cat and Shadow Black Mother Cat had been inseparable sisters by heart if not by blood. They shared the same dreams, the same laughter, and the same small fish-shaped necklace they had made together as kittens. But when the storm came that dreadful night, when the sea roared louder than thunder, everything changed. The village had lost boats that night, and with them, lives. Accusations followed like dark clouds. Shadow Black Mother Cat blamed Luna White Mother Cat for not helping her family's boat reach shore in time. And so, the bond that had once been unbreakable was torn apart by grief. Now, years later, the sea still whispered the story of two mothers who lived within sight of each other but worlds apart. One windy afternoon, Luna White Mother Cat was in the marketplace, balancing a basket full of fish and fresh herbs. Daisy White Cat's son peeked over the basket's edge, his big blue eyes wide with curiosity. A sudden cry rose near the docks. A child had slipped by the edge. Without hesitation, Luna White Mother Cat ran toward the sound. To her shock, it wasn't just any child, it was Inky Black Cat's son, the son of her old friend turned stranger. His small gray body clung desperately to a wooden post as the tide rose fast. "Hold on, baby," she called, throwing her basket aside. With one leap, Luna White Mother Cat dove into the icy water, her yellow hoodie flashing under the sun. She swam hard against the current, her paws slicing through the salt foam until she reached Inky Black Cat's son. She grabbed him, lifting his tiny, trembling body above the waves. "You're safe, sweetheart. I've got you." By the time Shadow Black Mother Cat arrived, breathless, Wild-eyed, her son was already in Luna White Mother Cat's arms, wrapped in her hoodie. For a long moment, the two mothers just stared at each other. The sea between them seemed to hush, listening. Shadow Black Mother Cat began, but her voice broke. "You saved him." Luna White Mother Cat shook her head softly, dripping with seawater. "He's your boy. I just did what any mother would." That night, for the first time in years, two lights flickered on opposite sides of the cove, one yellow, one blue, shining across the water like distant stars trying to find each other again. Daisy White Cat's son had slipped from the porch, chasing after his little wooden toy boat that the storm winds had carried away. The waves were rising, dark and wild. Before anyone could stop him, the tiny figure was being pulled toward the water. Without hesitation, Shadow Black Mother Cat leapt into the storm. The rain hammered her face, but she could see him, Daisy White Cat's son, terrified, clutching the edge of a floating plank. The sea roared, but Shadow Black Mother Cat didn't falter. She dived, her sleek black hair vanishing beneath the waves. From the cliff, Luna White Mother Cat screamed, "Daisy!" She could see Shadow Black Mother Cat swimming hard, fighting the current, pushing the small white kitten toward the shore. When they emerged, gasping, drenched, but alive, Luna White Mother Cat ran forward and fell to her knees, clutching them both. She looked into Shadow Black Mother Cat's eyes, trembling. "You saved him. You saved my baby." Shadow Black Mother Cat smiled faintly through the exhaustion. "You saved mine first. I guess that makes us even." But Luna White Mother Cat shook her head, tears mixing with rain. "No, Shadow. It makes us family again." The storm raged on, but in that moment, it no longer felt frightening. It felt like the sea itself was cleansing the past, washing away bitterness, leaving only what truly mattered. When morning came, the sky was washed clean, painted with streaks of pink and gold. The village stirred to life again, grateful for another day. Down by the shore, Luna White Mother Cat and Shadow Black Mother Cat worked together, side by side, repairing the old wooden boat they had once dreamed of finishing. Daisy White Cat's son and Inky Black Cat's son sat nearby, giggling as they painted seashells and little hearts onto the boat's edge. The boat gleamed half yellow, half black, the same colors they had argued over long ago. As they pushed it into the water, the reflections of the two mothers shimmered together on the surface, light and dark, sun and shadow, forgiveness and love. The sea, once a place of loss, had become a bridge of healing. Luna White Mother Cat looked at Shadow Black Mother Cat and said, "Maybe we were never meant to drift apart. Maybe we were always part of the same tide." Shadow Black Mother Cat smiled, her intense blue eyes soft. "Tides always return, Luna, no matter how far they go." Together, they watched their children, Daisy White Cat's son and Inky Black Cat's son, play at the edge of the surf, their tiny footprints weaving together on the wet sand. The waves rose and erased them, but that didn't matter because the memory of love, like the sea, never truly vanished.